Cuckoo is out there in the garden. It is given the garden is going to be Adekule's house, as in his room henceforth. What a night, guys. What a night. Hey, babies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Seyi with Miciously Me, where you get the gist. As it do waiting, as it hurt. Of course, you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze, you do what? You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Or are you sitting on a far long thing? Kindly post right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist? As it hurts. Omo. Guys, I do not even know how to describe how this night went. There are lots of questions on my head right now. But I think I will keep asking them little by little, like small. I'm going to ask the questions. Better will not go even help me, you understand? Meanwhile, before we tend to talk about how this eviction happened, that all the drama that happened during this eviction, first off, let's start before the eviction. Like 15 minutes before the eviction, yeah, Big Brother called the housemates to gather in the lounge. All of them were so surprised. All of them were scared because, you know, like the day before now, which is on Saturday, they were all tipsy. They do not know what they have done and what not. So even Alex was asking, Ilebaye was telling Alex, you did not do anything, Alex. You did not do anything. Calm down. You did not do anything. You understand? And then Alex was so scared. Since he said they fear. I said, I don't want to catch a strike this season. Oh, God, I said, I don't. They were not telling her you did not do anything. You know, you did not do anything. Like it's just you dragging Ike left, right, and center. You not do anything. Everybody just they fear because they do not know the tape that Biggie want to play. So last they gathered in the lounge and then Biggie now played. The first tape Biggie played was the video of Pere and Neo whispering. If there is one housemate who love whispering so much, that housemate is Neo. Yes. So they were whispering, you know, like what happened last night, how they were discussing things, you know. Even when Big Brother called Doyin, I was even expecting Biggie to show the clip, how Doyin refused to, you know, answer him. And I was expecting Biggie to be like, give Doyin warning too. But no, Biggie did not do that. And it is not fair. Is that not disrespect too? Anyways, guys, so then Biggie showed them and issued Neo and Pere a punishment and said he's not going to be taking any of that from any housemate again. And then he was like, there is more. It was the clip of Ike and Alex, whatever that happened in the pool. You know, Biggie ignored that for a whole long time. And people were thinking he's not going to address it or something, you know. So Adekule, maybe it's even Adekule's diary session that reminded Biggie today of that stuff. So Biggie finally, you know, said what he said and told them that in as much as their intentions were not to be violence or something, you understand, their intentions were just from plays to something else, you know. But Alex continued ranting like Ike was the villain in whatever, how the team plays out is something that was wrong in the story. She's even guilty, that she's not innocent, you get. So yeah, Biggie now gave them final warning. That was all Biggie did. Biggie did not, you know, did not give them punishments because you know that they were playing. It was not really intentional. So Biggie gave them final warning. So Pere and Neo punishment await them, while Alex Ike, it was just warning. So talking about Ike, guys, Ike has left Biggie's house, guys. The eviction ensued immediately after Biggie spoke to them, addressed the housemate. It was just 5 minutes to the eviction. And then the first housemate to leave the house was Ike. Hey, Omo, I need to be sincere with you guys. I'm not happy Ike left. Because the guy, they ginger the house. Do you know, sometimes if I want to laugh, I'll be like, I want to hear Ike speak. You know that kind of a thing. And now he had to leave. Ike left. Who would they make me laugh with in words? Especially if he wants to speak broken. Ha, Omo, it really pain me. Oh. I'm like, wait. My mind is, oh, Seyi. And Ike now left. I'm like, ha. Is this how this Sunday will go again and Seyi will be saved? That was what I was asking myself in my head. And then the other housemate that left was Lucy. Biggie did not even let them to see them because was still on the screen. Immediately Ike left, you know, I saw the disappointment on Ike's face. Ike that is planning his strategy for the upper week, you know. And then Lucy, of course, Lucy have been awaiting this, you know, eviction. And she left. And okay, she left on the note like that she's up. But nobody actually gets here that she's not a real housemate. You know, so she left. And, you know, we've been wondering, how would Biggie, you know, do all this fake housemate, the guests, Biggie's guests, how would Biggie work on them for them to leave the house? You know, we've been wondering about that. So when Lucy left the this thing. It was also Ebuka meeting them on stage. First of Ebuka met Ike, spoke with Ike. Ike said he just have to do whatever he have to do to be out there, and he hope people keep up with him. They were Ebuka was like, "Are you proud of everything you did in the house?" Ike was like, "No, any house will not get bad boy, no go jig now, you know that kind of a thing." I will really miss Ike, guys. So for Lucy, Lucy said it's quite so touching that initially she do not want to go, but when you get to that show, you'd end up, having emotions, but she enjoyed her stay in Biggie's house. That was how she left. I'm like, wait. So Lucy has left. Ike don't go. Does it mean Seyi is safe this week again? The way I'm talking to you guys, that is how everybody. I'm very sure even you that is listening to me right now was even saying the same thing. That is if you were watching. Okay. Next thing, Biggie went to the house. We've been wondering how will Biggie do other guests, housemates. Next thing, Biggie called Prince Nelson immediately. Nelson was sitting beside Alex. So, Prince Nelson, go in and pack your bags. Biggie have an assignment for you. Hey, Biggie only gave him 10 minutes to go do whatever, pack his stuff, I don't like this type, but Biggie would have just as well just tell him to be up for eviction, So he just, went. Before Ebuka before they could go for a commercial break and come back, Biggie has called Prince Nelson to the diary room, and Biggie was like, Prince Nelson, your stay in Biggie's house is over, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, yeah, he loves it and all of that. And then Biggie was like, you seem so sad. He was like, yes, it's actually that in his mind, he came to this place to sell his brand, his hair brand, his recording his label, because he said he's going to be having a new artist or something like that we should look for the space, and he's also said that, but coming here, it has been a roller coaster. Like, he has been feeling so in a different mood that he was not expecting that it's something he would later feel this way. His mind is after coming to have fun, he go. But this has had the way to bring out emotions in them. And that he's also happy that he won various tasks that he never won during his season, like the Pepsi tax, and which one did he say again that he won in the house, that he's so glad. And then he was like, and also he's so happy he came to the house because of Alex. I'm like, hey. So you get the opportunity to come for her because of Alex. It was like he came to the house because of Alex, because Alex is actually going down, that he feels that Alex needs a comfort person, and she was there for her. And thank God that he also made Alex safe this week. I'm like, okay, was this one pre-planned, or is this part of his the Biggie, like, maybe said, okay, what would you want us to do for you if you get to the house? Was that kind of his own, like, oh, Biggie, I would want you to, make Alex safe for me or something like that? That is what me I've been thinking. I'm like, hey, okay. Then next thing, he came out, when they showed them, it was Biggie telling him to leave the house, and he was telling the housemate, thanks, guys. Alex wanted to enter ground. Alex did not even understand what was happening. She was like, waiting, they happen. Like, is this one? I don't understand, So that was how he now, left the house. I'm like, 3 housemates don't go now. The 2 guest housemates, and then Ike. So Seyi is safe again. While I was still rumbling with my thoughts, next thing, Ebuka told us that after the commercial break, that there's going to be another eviction. I'm like, hey. At that point, I was not certain of what will happen, because I feel like I cannot rejoice at this point, because if Ike has left before Seyi, it's possible they would call some other names and Seyi go dey save again, So after the ad, the next housemate to leave Biggie's house, guys, you guess right, it was Seyi. Oh my goodness. Like, I do not even know how to feel. Like, I really do not know how to feel. Ever since the eviction show started, I've been standing hands akimbo, waiting for Seyi to leave. I'm like, if Seyi do not leave, if I come to my channel to speak to you guys, I'll be crying while speaking to you guys. I'll just be crying. Hello, guys, I'm not even going to talk. I'll just be crying. You people just play the video, all you'll be seeing is me, just me crying. Because for how long we've been waiting for Seyi. Meanwhile, I think he actually perceived that he would be going. Because even before Ike left, before they called Ike, when they said, "Will the nominated housemates please stand?" he was already bidding goodbye to other housemates until they called Ike. You understand? In his mind, he called the form Jagaban. Say, oh no, he's not going nowhere. That kind of a thing. Until you see them, or the when they go, yet he stay there until they now said, okay, the nominated housemates stand again. You needed to see Pere. And the funny thing, the camera was going to Pere's face and Adekunle. I'm like, wait. Are these people going to tell me that Pere and Adekunle would leave, any of those two would leave before Seyi in this particular house? Or more? But last, it is what it is. As for the victory over Seyi's eviction, that will be a discussion on my next video. That one deserves a discussion on its own, guys, because she is full. All the social space is jubilating. We'll talk about that one later. But the only thing is, I want you guys to know something right now. Before we talk about how the viewers voted, I want you guys to know something right about now. Is to know that there is no partiality in Biggie's house. There might be partiality if you want to go for the show, but you see, when you are in that game, now who then votes go win? Do you know why I said so? Do you know do you know all this drama that happens in the house, being chaotic, all this blah blah blah, strategic housemates? It makes the show interesting, right? Now you would attest with me that number one strategic housemate in that show was Ike. So if Big Brother was being partial, he would have not sent Ike home. This is not just the only season this thing has happened. Previous seasons, we have seen some housemates who we tempt, who we love, who we find controversial and all of that, leaving early. That is how we have seen this show. People do not like people who come, who make that show interesting. They would want to remove them. Oh, this person is this, person is that. You understand? If not, Ike should have been in this game till now. So I think you guys should just, if your fave go, just carry on with your full chest. Say they don't vote them. It's not about bias, Big Brother is partial and all of that. The reason why Seyi has not gone, in as much as I've been shouting, oh, Seyi, go, go, go. The reason why he has not gone is because his votes he has been trying to maneuver those things. Sincerely, if not, that guy for don't go since. You understand what I'm trying to say? For Ike to have left now, it shows say this show, no partiality at all. I've given many instances from previous season also. This show, no partiality at all. You get my point. And the winner, since this show's ever started, the people I call the winner have always been winning. And I did not just decide that, oh, this person will be a winner because I'm standing that person. No, I decide with the number of votes they have, the number of fan base they have on the social space, and how they come out full. So that is how I knew. And from the season of Sigobe, I had said Efe would win. He did. The other season, I said Miracle would win. He did. Just from those seasons till date, even to be with Titan, I knew Kosi would win. Because when you see, you go, no. This season, should I tell you who go win? That will be a story for another day. Please, 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 please. So yeah, guys. Now, this is how the viewers voted. See the margin Ike gave Seyi, and Ike had to leave first. I think the reason why they actually made Ike leave the house first was to get us tense, the viewers, to be like, is that guy staying in the house again? Is Seyi staying in the house again? Now, the question is, why did you guys not just remove only Seyi and then Lucy and Prince? Just give Ike an extra week, because that guy, they make that house sweet. I'm not gonna lie. That guy, they make house sweet. The house is gonna be boring. I'm serious, The house is gonna be boring, and I'm just like, oh, why? So it is given that Pere is just a narrow escape from this thing, because if they wanted to remove 3 housemates, so Pere would have gone. Pere fans, what are you guys called again? Make una vote harder, because definitely they will mention Pere in the diary room tomorrow again. Make una vote harder. That is all I can say, because you see this game, you cannot even say, oh, this person is staying or this person is not going. I think now this answered my question about Adekunle, Angel, and Pere, who had more fans. Should we say those two have fans more than Pere right now? Anyways, it is what it is, guys. I'll be back soon. I'm not even going too far because a lot of gist full my mouth. But let's stop with this eviction right now. What do you think about all of this happening? Just me in the comment section. I'll meet you guys there. Bye for now.